Drone attacks, picket lines, interest rates, and trade. This week in the markets had a little bit of everything. This is a Silver Reports weekly review where we take a look at all of the headlines that move the markets during the week. On Monday, the markets were under pressure. The Dow closed down 142 points, the S&P closed down 9 points, and the Nasdaq closed down 23 points. Over the weekend, multiple Saudi Arabian oil processing plants were attacked by drones, sending the price of oil up to start the week. In other news, nearly 50,000 United Auto Work workers went on strike. The workers were demanding from GM fair wages, affordable health care, profit sharing, and job security. SeaWorld CEO resigned not too long after joining the company, citing a difference of approach as a reason for leaving. And Amazon fell on a Wall Street Journal report that the company changed its algorithm to favor products with higher margins. On Tuesday, the markets were up. The Dow closed up 33 points, the S&P closed up 7 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 32 points. Investors were looking forward to Wednesday's Fed decision on interest rates. Oil prices fell a day after their big spike. The Saudi energy minister said in a press conference oil production capabilities had been restored and oil output should recover to normal levels by the end of September. In earnings news, FedEx reported an EPS miss by 11 cents and revenue of $17 billion was in line with analyst estimates. The stock fell almost 10% in after-hours trading. Adobe System beat EPS estimates by 8 cents and revenue estimates by $10 million. Its stock also sold off in after-hours trading. And Chewy missed EPS estimates by 10 cents but beat revenue estimates by $20 million. Revenue grew by 42% year over year. On Wednesday, the markets closed mixed after the Fed announced it would cut rates a quarter of a percentage point. The Dow closed up 36 points, the S&P closed up 1 point, and the Nasdaq closed down 8 points. In other news, Amazon announced its pay code service, which will allow online shoppers to pay for their purchases in cash at a Western Union. The Wall Street Journal reported that AT&T is considering splitting with its DirecTV unit, possibly spinning it off into a separate public company. In earnings news, General Mills beat EPS estimates by 2 cents but missed on revenue by $80 million. On Thursday, the Dow closed down 52 points, the S&P closed up less than a point, and the Nasdaq closed up 5 points. PING Identity Holdings closed up 34 points in its market debut, pushing the company's market value to over $1 billion. We also had Datadog go public on Thursday, closing up 39 points in its market debut. In other IPO news, Airbnb pushed its IPO back. The company is now expected to go public in 2020. Darden Restaurants reported earnings on Thursday, beating EPS estimates by a penny, and revenue of $2.1 billion was in line with analyst estimates. On Friday, for a second day in a row, the Dow started the day positive, only to close down on the day. The Dow closed down 159 points, the S&P closed down 14 points, and the Nasdaq closed down 65 points. The market stalled on news that Chinese delegates decided to forego a planned trip to Montana farms. The delegates decided to return to China sooner than originally planned. Overall, the Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq were down on the week. In other news, Walmart announced its plans to stop selling e-cigarettes over growing concerns regarding safety and health and increasing teenage usage. Roku stock sold off after an analyst placed a sell rating on the stock with a $60 price target. Add to that, Comcast announced its plans to give away its Xfinity Flex streaming media player for subscribers to their internet-only plan. In crypto news, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple had small increases during the week compared to last week's close. Bitcoin found a level of support with decent demand, but the lower highs are still a concern. Bitcoin was trading at $10,355 at the time of this recording. Ethereum was trading at $185.41, up almost 4% from last week. Litecoin found a level of support with buying demand and has moved up off that support level. It was trading at $68.90, and Ripple closed the week out at 29 cents. Crude oil closed the week out at $58.09 per barrel, up almost 6% from last week. A big winner for the week was Alder Biopharmaceuticals, ALDR, which increased 85% on the week after agreeing to be acquired by Danish firm Lundbeck. A big loser for the week was Overstock.com, which lost 39% of its value after the former CEO cashed out on 4.7 million shares. If you're in need of fresh investment ideas, check out our latest quarterly newsletter, The Silver Report, serious investment ideas for experienced investors looking for something different and new investors who want to get their feet wet. You can find it at SevillaReport.com. Also, a link to sign up to our weekend article in Focus is in the description below. And any headlines you want to read more about, the link to the full story is also in the description below. Thanks again for checking out the Silver Reports Market Review. This channel is dedicated to anyone who wants to start investing but doesn't know how or where to start. If you have any questions, ask in the comment section, like and subscribe, and may your next investment be your best investment. See you next week.